All right, we're going to look today at solving equations that have multiple variables. While many students feel comfortable solving equations that have just a single variable, such as an x or a y, many times when you see an equation like what I have here, 3x plus yz equals a minus b, and students are asked to solve for multiple variables or different variables, they get confused. But I want to stress the rules for solving these equations are exactly the same. The properties you're going to use and all that stuff doesn't really change. What changes is that you don't have very many like terms you can combine. And so on this particular equation, we're going to do a couple different things. For instance, you could be asked to solve this equation for z. Okay? And so if I were asked to do that, I would start with my equation, 3x plus y times z equals a minus b. And again, in trying to solve for z, I'm going to get everything on the same side of the equal sign as z to the other side. So I'm going to start by subtracting 3x from both sides of my equation. 3x minus 3x is 0. And then I'm left with y times z equals a minus b minus 3x. Okay, and again, there's just no like terms to combine, so I'm going to leave those variables just like they are. Then my next step, I'm going to divide both sides of my equation by y. And in doing so, I'm going to be left with z is equal to a minus b minus 3x, all divided by y. And so this would be my solution if I was asked to solve for z. Again, this just kind of messes with students sometimes because they say, well, that doesn't look good or it doesn't look right, but it is. It's totally correct. We just don't have a lot of like terms. So I want to look at one more example with you very quickly using this same concept. So same exact equation even. You could be asked to solve for x. Okay, it's going to be very, very similar. So if I were asked to solve this equation for x, or in terms of x, is often how that gets asked. Again, I would start with my same equation, 3x plus y times z is equal to a minus b. Then I would subtract yz from both sides. Yz. That leaves me with 3x. Yz minus yz is 0, and that's equal to a minus b minus yz. And then I would just divide by 3 on both sides. And so I'm left with x equals a minus b minus yz all over 3. And that would be my solution in terms of x. And so again, given any equation, no matter how many variables it has, you can solve that equation in terms of any one of those variables just using the properties that we've used before.